Hey, welcome to another episode of The James Show. We're here with Troy.
Hey.
And what are we going to be talking about today? Well, we're going to be talking about a video game called Seven Mages. It's a first-person dungeon crawler. It's pretty neat.
Never heard of it, can't wait.
That's true. We're going to be talking about a role-playing game called All Flesh Must Be Eaten. It's like right up Troy's alley and knocks his pins over.
Fantastic. Never heard of it, can't wait. I'll try not to say that every time.
What else? We are going to be talking about designing what elements would be in our ideal game, video game wise. You know, genre, story, how much story, what type, you know.
Okay.
General feel. Fun times.
Alright, well...
When we get there.
Yeah.
I'll
think about it, thank you.
I'm going to sing a song because we sing songs. I sing songs. Troy sings songs, but only in the shower. And only when he's wearing his swimming trunks because he doesn't want his testicles to shrivel.
Yeah, that's true. I did not bring my swimming trunks this time.
So no singing because we're not taking a shower together. I guess you could take a shower by yourself and I record it. Either way, there's too much shower. Keep your clothes on. But all this and God knows what else on The James Show today. Troy, are you ready for action?
Sure as I'll ever be, Captain.
Oh, Lord. Alright. So, zombies. What kind of color of zombies do you like?
Blue, green, gray, rotting, red. I like red. Well, you know, red tones. Gray with red tones. You know, the red being bloody and scars and lesions.
Do you think zombies, though, really would be that bloody?
I guess it'd be brown, if at all.
Because, wouldn't the blood coagulate?
Yeah.
That's one thing that people always, you know, when you get a steak rare, like, oh, it's still bloody. That's not blood. You know that, right?
I don't know what it is.
Yeah, there's no way it could be blood. You'd open a pack of hamburger and it'd be scabby.
Oh, yeah.
It's just the water from the cells and protein from the cells that, you know, are broken down and mixed. Granted, it's water and protein, which is blood, but it's not. It doesn't have anything else in it. Animals are drained, like hardcore drained, before they ever get butchered or anything like that. There's no blood in any of these animals you're eating, unless you're eating, like, you know, from the whatever.
So what we really are whenever we have that juicy steak is thirsty.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Or just a juicy steak. What would be the scariest zombie animal? I mean, if you're in the ocean, as obviously a zombie killer whale, or a zombie sperm whale, or a zombie great white, or a zombie megalodon, those are easy.
I was thinking about regular North American.
Right.
Raccoons, possums, maybe? I would say
possums. There's a lot of them. I think that something that's rare would be less scary, like zombie wolves. Yeah, wolves are bad, but there's not a lot of them left. Something like zombie rats, or zombie possums, or zombie fox, or raccoon, right, would be the worst.
Yeah.
Zombie frickin' cats.
Yeah. The new animated short you can make. Yeah. Zombie cats.
Zombie cats. It's the post-apocalyptic world of zombie action. What's the best time of day to go forage?
Well, it's not like zombies are nocturnal or diurnal,
yeah, most
so
of the time they don't always sleep in most mythos.
You would want to have the most light exposure, so early midday.
I would say that earlier day would probably be better because when the sun's right overhead, there's a lot of shadow and extra brightness that can blind you in the right, you know.
Yeah.
So but not too low where everywhere you look, you know, you can't look east because.
So you're thinking 9 o'clock, 8 o'clock?
9, 10.
Okay.
Maybe 11.
I like that. We could agree on that. We could work
rest on the day. Maybe in the evening too. It's kind of okay, but it's hotter in the evening. It's, you know, because the sun heats that earth up during the day. Blah blah blah.
Right. So you got to think of the natural reasons why you wouldn't want to forage during certain parts of the day versus, as well as no zombies or easiest zombie
visibility.
Yeah.
So, what types of games are you playing right now?
I started playing Destiny. I know that you and Tony have been on a huge kick for a while, and I've been really enjoying it. I'm still playing Persona 4 because, you know, I take a long time to play games like that.
Gotta go do everything. Although you can't. It's impossible. You're gonna have to do at least 2 playthroughs.
Yeah.
But there is a New Game Plus option for it to let you get a lot of stuff back.
Cool.
Like you said, I've been playing Destiny. I've been playing some of the Seven Mages game. Still a little bit of No Man's Sky every once in a while. Some World of Hurlcraft.
I still haven't gotten to the expansion for that one.
What else have I been playing? Deus Ex. Mankind Divided. Still have a couple of videos to upload. That's good. I like it. Okay, so, any other fun questions we should be talking about?
Well,
go ahead.
What do you think of Zombie's second choice? Because we were talking about zombies earlier. What do you think of Zombie's second meal choice would be if it wasn't living flesh? What vegetable would a zombie go for if a zombie would actually eat that?
Cauliflower.
Cauliflower? Okay, I can see that.
Brains.
Brains, yeah.
The closest to like the texture of human flesh in general would probably be like a big mushroom or like an eggplant or something, a kind of an overripe eggplant.
So if you're a vegan zombie, you'd want to go for the eggplant option?
Probably an overripe eggplant or something like that would be a good fleshy choice. If you were the brains-eating kind of zombie and you're vegan, probably be cauliflower.
Okay.
Boil it a little bit in something and your zombie juices are just a little bit overripe maybe, so it's kind of mushy, a little bit like brains.
When you think of, like, whenever you think of the ultimate...
Cauliflower turns kind of grayish and yucky when it gets overripe too, but go ahead.
Oh yeah, it does. It gets like all, blackish grayish. Yeah. When you think about movies, zombie movies, what is your great period of zombie movies? Like, do you like the George A. Romero kind of zombies? Do you like the 28 Days Later zombies?
I don't know. I'm not really... I mean, I kind of like the 80s.
Like the 80s?
Romero type zombies. But from an actual, like, physiological standpoint, they're just a complete impossibility.
True.
I like the Last of Us zombies. The game Last of Us.
I still need to play that.
They are fungus related. It's kind of like a mutation of that fungus that affects the bees. So it keeps their bodies kind of alive, not actually dead like zombies are dead. The 28 Days Later one's good as a weird rage virus thing, but you know, I guess it's almost more scary, I think, in a way, to have the things where the person's still kind of alive, but like under mind control, pretty much. Like 28 Days Later, they're kind of still alive, right? They're just like under control of like a rage virus.
Yeah, it's kind of like
kill them and they die. Like they're not like zombies where they come back to life or anything.
Yeah. To me, it reminds me of like a dog having rabies or whatever.
They're not really zombies then. I mean, they're just like infected humans. They kind of just as zombies because zombie mindless type thing. But really they're just like infected with
beyond their own control, doing things they normally wouldn't imagine.
Right.
As a sane human being. Okay.
So, ready to check this game out?
Yes.
Our non-zombie related item. This game is called Seven Mages. You know one of the best parts about this game? There's a couple of good parts about this game before we get to it. One, sunglasses, but we'll get those. Right now on Steam, it's $3.50.
The sunglasses?
No, the game.
Okay.
It's also available on iOS and Android and iPhone and all that stuff, which is kind of neat.
I don't have my phone. Never mind.
Okay. However, it's not for the faint of heart and for the weak-willed or sissies. Because some of the puzzles are ridiculous and make you want to punch stuff. Luckily, we're not in the age of Nintendo Power. We've gone to graduated to the age of Internet, so we don't have to buy the magazine or the strategy guide or look it up or ask a friend. It is a first-person dungeon crawler. Have you ever played any of those before?
Give me an example.
Wizardry.
No.
Dungeon Master.
No.
Legend of Grimrock.
No.
I play a lot of first-person dungeon crawler. Bard's Tale, the original ones.
No.
Eye of the Beholder.
No.
Ultima Underworld.
No.
See, I played a lot of them. I can list off a lot of them. One of the first computer games that I remember playing a lot was Dungeon Master. It was a first-person, whatever. I still play it to this day. And I remember getting on the Super Nintendo and being like super excited because I got it on my Super Nintendo, so I don't have to use my dad's computer to play it. But anyhow. Show. Here we go. Let me turn on the visuals. Okay, I'm in the middle of a fight. So the fights in this game, some dungeon crawler, first-person dungeon crawlers are turn-based. Some are like live-action, have to react. This one is turn-based. So we've got regular melee attacks, and I've got a sword equipped right now. Here's my magic, and I'm going to cast some fire magic on this bitch. That's how many actions I have. As your character gets levels up, he gets more speed, and speed can give him more actions, in addition to going first. Okay, well, the zombie decided not to die. Hey, zombie! So I'm going to hit him with my sword. Wah! It's going to go to a new round. It's going to decide that there are no enemies or that there is an enemy. See my map up here? There is an enemy still coming. Here he comes. I'm going to wait. And he's going to step in front of me. Once I wait, again, because I went first that time. There he is. And I'm going to say, oh, hi. I killed your sister. She was mean. Here you go. Burning balls. Now it's his turn. He's going to shine this way. I'm going to speed up time a little bit to have him shamble a little faster. He's toast. Now, when you start the game, you are just your one guy that you make, and you pick male, female, blah, blah, blah. And you kind of get an idea of stats. You don't get to set the stats directly. You get to move this ball around to say which ones you focus on more. And there's strength, speed, magic, and charisma. And you know, so you get skill points, and as you use skills, they go up, and they can level up, and then you get more. They're better. Makes sense, right? When you kill monsters, you get experience. Sadie is food you have to eat in a dungeon. And here's inventory. As you go on, your character gets more inventory slots. Gold. See, this is the first puzzle that took me forever to solve. Obviously not literally forever, but... So we've got this room that I need to pass, right? And it's got all these pits that would suck to fall in. And I was clicking around and stuff. Well, what I didn't realize was these coffins can move. So what you gotta do is... Spoiler alert! And where these coffins are, because I noticed on the map, look, there's buttons marked on the map.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you can. That's one nice feature I'll look at in a second. But I didn't see them on the ground. I couldn't figure that out. It's the coffins push the buttons. However, you can't go straight across because there's only 2 coffins. You can't get to that third one to push it. So. See your door there opens up, right? Push this. And you can use touch controls, you know, or the buttons here. Kind of, you know, whatever you want. I've played a lot of wizardry, so I'm used to this Waddit's turning thingy. So now the door's on the other side open, right? So now the pits are this way. The pits aren't instant death. They just drop you down, and there's like a bunch of enemies and crap down there. Well, there's one enemy, and they teleport you back to the beginning of the damn level. So here is a coffin I could not get. So now that I can move it, I can do that. Move that one here. Oops, that's not turn. That's doop, 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 doop. There. So that's going to make a straight line. That one thing I was telling you about, what's nice, this thing about this is you can do a quick travel in this game. As long as your character could get to that square and you've already been there, you just go boop.
Alright.
Cuts down on the time that you're like wandering around. So, I don't see anything on these walls that I might want to get, so good. Again, doggies. Another doggy. You can also actually prime your attack, ready to go, like before the fight actually starts. This button closes it. Those other 2 buttons open it. I didn't think that the game would do it this way, but it does. I fast traveled and so I didn't touch the buttons. Yeah, interesting little mechanic that the game has there. I think that, yes, that opened what I need. See? Look at the map in case there's any bad guys that I might notice. Oh shit. Oh. Why did I not die there? I don't know. But it's like just a matter of clicking the right number of times, from what I've been told. Shoes, Billy, shoes. If only I had pants. Oh, I guess I automatically have pants.
Lucky you.
Yeah, I know. God, guys are gonna be in here. I hear him. Yep, hello. Ow.
You gonna take that line down? You let him hit you like that? Come on.
Burn. Please let me go first. I don't want to get hit. Boom, baby. There it is. Enter who come in peace. Now this is a hint that takes a little bit to figure out. So see, there's some dialogue and we can talk, and that's not important. Basically he thinks I'm a thief too. I actually like stole from him, like in the beginning of the intro of the game. So yeah. And this guy says you need 7 people. We're gonna need more friends. In fact, we're gonna need lots of friends. 7 friends, in fact. Then see, he tells me to do some stuff. Now, here's the interesting thing that is not in other games. You can split up. See, there's my guy. Which makes a new dynamic to the puzzles. Right here. See, this is another dynamic to the puzzle. So, you have to split up. This game's a jerk. Meanie face. And no, that's the wrong way. I want to go back up and add the town just to show you that yes, there is. I was supposed to get a box in order to get to town. I didn't have to go rescue him before I could go back to town. So see, there's a whole town with shops, and most of these people you can't talk to, but you can go into the shops and talk to people. And there's an outside area. So it's not just like, you know, a dungeon. There's multiple dungeons and multiple different areas that you have to wander around to. Just for more interesting, you know. 7 mages. It's a fun dungeon crawler type thing. It's got some interesting, tough puzzles. And, like I said, $3.49. What a bargain. That's a bargain for me. That's pretty good.
I'm going to pretend it's Wolfenstein and Diablo 2 combined.
It kind of is, yeah. And eventually you get 7 guys and you get all kinds of abilities. I didn't show you that there's a bunch of different types of magic beyond that. I mean, each of the weapons have a different thing. There's like pole arms and bashes. There's also bard music in the game, where one of the guys can be, he plays the instruments, and while he's playing, everybody in the party gets a bonus. Like the main guy that I have, when you first start the game, you get a flute really early on, and as long as it's playing every round, everybody in your party just heals.
Did you say you played the phone versions?
Yes, I have.
Which do you like better? This playing it on Steam on a keyboard, or do you like playing it on your phone?
I don't have a problem playing it on my phone because, I mean, my thumb's right there on the little movement things. And, or you could just sit there and slide. The graphics, they did tone down the graphics a bit for the... I play it on my iPad more than anything. It's the same game. Characters are there. All the stats, all the logging, all the sounds. So now, Troy.
James.
Billy.
Timothy.
I hate you. Designing a game, a video game, okay. Now, let's start with the basics. The overall style of game. You know, a game that you like, you know, I could play this game for quite a while. I mean, it might be multiplayer. What type of game do you think? Is it MMO, a single player, like huge adventure?
I would rather be designing or playing. I'd rather be playing like a kind of adventure, go out into the world and do stuff.
Kind of like, I mean, just as a basic, not necessarily down to that wire. It's like Skyrim or Fallout 4 or.
Yeah.
So you want some RPG elements to it.
Yes.
Do you want it to be very RPG like Final Fantasy VII, or do you want it to be more kind of action RPG like Skyrim or even more, actiony like Legend of Zelda with levels, where it's an action adventure.
I would rather have Legend of Zelda with action adventure.
So kind of like even more actiony than, say, Skyrim or something like that in terms of controls.
Mm-hmm.
You'd like a third-person view, kind of action type, over the shoulder, kind of like back.
Yeah.
What period? Do you want like a fantasy? Think a sci-fi?
Well, I am partial to sci-fi stuff. Let's see. So I won't say sci-fi, or I won't say space per se. I guess I'm
it's
kind of
sci-fi, but not like Starship sci-fi. More
right.
Like gritty on the ground, like Firefly without being in space. The ground part, or
yeah, and like most places, you have a good home point to go to. So if you think of Ocarina of Time as far as Legend of Zelda goes, if I was to compare it to that,
like Hyrule,
you would go to
Hyrule Castle, the town around Hyrule Castle.
You would either be going to Hyrule Castle, or if you're younger, you'd be going to Kokiri Forest or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, the home base.
Yeah.
But do you want the RPG like elements where you level, or you just want it all to be skill based?
Skill.
So
I'm a huge fan of skill as opposed to leveling. I like.
Well, what I'm saying is so it's entirely the player's skill. Your character never really gets too much better. He gets a couple cool items like in Zelda. So you're looking
things that enhance their ability.
You're looking more toward a Zelda type game.
Yeah, I guess I am because I'm.
No, that's fine.
Yeah.
How much of an equipment system do you want? Do you want like a full World of Warcraft equipment system, or do you think just like you get some items like once again like Zelda?
I would actually like to see the whole the World of Warcraft get those items.
And should it be online or not?
I think it should be interchangeable.
It should have the option to do all the stuff online, but you should still be able to access all the same quests and most of the cool content for group stuff offline. And just the group content, maybe some of the tougher dungeons and stuff you should go online and help with friends or like LAN, but it doesn't necessarily have to be on the server or anything like that.
Absolutely.
What else could we talk about with that? I mean, what else? Would you want like an involved story or just a basic, hey, we need to do some stuff, go get those stuff and go over there? Like Zelda has a little bit more of a basic story. Would you want like quests and stuff, kind of like Fallout, or just an overall, here's what you need to do. You need to go to these 8 places and get these items?
I would like, the good games are probably the ones that incorporate a little bit of both, but I know so Fallout's the main one where it's pretty much quest over here, quest over there, but it's not pertinent to forwarding the story.
Right, there's a main story and there's other little things you can do on the side.
Yeah.
Yeah. What else? What else would you like to add to this game? Sweet-ass graphics that is optimized to the limit to run on a piece of poop with a monitor attached. That's a given.
I want an alternate version where you can play the villains.
A bad guy version?
Yeah.
Except for the bad guy version, you're almost describing a game called Defiance.
I haven't played Defiance. See?
There's but it's more online than what you're saying. But it's definitely not quite as levelly based. There's more gear. It's the one that for a while Sci-Fi had a show that was going on at the same time. Mm-hmm. It's kind of a shootery first back view kind of shootery game. It's pretty neat.
The villains option could be put in Game Plus mode, so it doesn't spoil anything else.
Defiance doesn't have that obviously, but other than that, or maybe DLC or whatever. How it is nowadays. They get DLC villain pack. Be the bad guys.
But as a story thing, not just a I'm gonna go beat up thing.
Yeah. Because Lord of the Rings Online has an option to be the bad guys, but it's only in PvP, where you can play as the bad guys in PvP. You want an actual story, give the bad guys a real motivation, and not portray them as just it's because they're evil. They're doing bad things, but they think they're doing it for the right reasons. Yeah,
make it so whatever. If you continue with Legend of Zelda, Ganondorf wins. Yeah. Ganondorf fights and steals the princess and goes and does his thing.
I can't remember. There was a movie recently that I watched that I really thought the bad guys were good because at the end of the day, they were just on the opposite side of the heroes. They weren't really bad. Their motives weren't by themselves evil. They were just the opposite side of the heroes. It just came down to that. The people that were chosen for the story to be the heroes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
I like it. So when are we making this game?
As soon as we both learn how to code games.
I've got some courses on Unity.
Yeah, and I've got that game design thing that they've actually like the same. I've got the same tools that they used to make. Did you ever see Hyper Light Drifter? I think that kind of top-down Zelda-y sort of retro game that we played once.
I remember bits and pieces of it.
Yeah, that game. I think Bree was hosting that. That game was made in this tool and a bunch of other type things. So it's kind of neat. And I got it when it was on a Humble Bundle. It was normally like a $300 toolkit, and I got it for like $20. Humble Bundle's your friend. Time for a song?
All right, what are you singing?
We don't know. We'll think about that. Today's hat comes courtesy of...
You got a message.
Sing a song of sex parts. I don't think this is going to happen, whatever is going on. And whip your milk sublime. Try to never camp in tents, lest you freeze to death and die. They're singing a song for us.
Fantastic. Thanks, guys.
Thanks, Death Car. It's a guy I knew from Oklahoma. This hat comes courtesy of Carnival Cruise Line. This is the infamous blue hat. Why is it called the blue hat? Because as I sweat, as I'm wont to do, the inside thing here will tend to
leave a blue streak.
Leave a bit of a blue action. Okay, so. Should we sing a song about how many cups of sugar does it take to get to the moon?
Yes. Yes, you should.
The question was asked, how many cups of sugar does it take to get to the moon? And we're going to turn that into our song.
You put sex parts in it.
I'm not putting sex parts in my sugar. That sounds pretty sweet to me. Shut up. How many cups of sugar would it take to get to the moon? The scientist asked me one day. I said, I don't know. I'm not a scientist. Let's put some in and see. And he said, okay. We started dumping sugar in the fuel tank. It started to look pretty bad. It got kind of gritty and sloshy. I knew it was going to be bad. We launched the rocket anyways. It went far. Past the moon and beyond. Which is unfortunate because now we don't know just how many cups it would take. Put too much sugar in the fuel tank. It flew on past the moon. One day we'll get it back, I'm sure. But that day won't be too soon. No. How many cups of sugar will it take to get to the moon? We'll try again one day. Maybe soon. I'm rhyming soon with moon a lot because what else rhymes? Anyways, let's dump sugar in your gas tank. Have a good time. We currently do not endorse the dumping of sugar into a gas tank and will not be liable for any damages.
Well,
it's like how many cups of sugar, how many licks did they get the lollipop? You used too many cups of sugar because you didn't gauge it right. Now you don't know how many because you used it all up. You're gonna have to dial it back, but we lost our sugar rocket.
But sugar in rocket fuel seemed to get you pretty far.
Actually, MythBusters did do a thing with sugar fueling a solid fuel rocket.
Yeah?
Yeah, they mixed it with some paraffin wax for the stabilizer. Not as effective as an actual real fuel source, but it will work. So, what's left? Oh yes, zombies! Zombies. This is a game called All Flesh Must Be Eaten. It's the zombie survival role-playing game. So, this is a game made by Eden Studios, and it uses what's called the Unisystem. Ooh. The basics of the Unisystem is you have a stat and a skill, like most games do. You roll a die 10, you add the numbers together. Did you beat the target number? Good, you win.
Alright.
1 die 10, so it's a little bit quicker. It's basically like the D20. I mean, you can use the D20 system also.
Okay.
You use a D20 if you want to. It's the same kind of thing. It's just,
right.
You just have to up the
just the
target numbers.
Yeah.
You do use some die 6s and die 8s and die stuff like that, and that's for damage, just for more variety in damage. I have run this game and played this game in a lot of different aspects. There's some really cool stuff in this. For starters, it's a fun, if you like zombies, it's a fun read. Just because once you get into the zombie section, it's all kinds of interesting thinking about the different types of zombies that you could make, and like a movie, and it's got all kinds of interesting, like to build zombies. I mean, you got like weak spot, and it determines how powerful, or you have less powerful your zombies are in your world. I mean, or you can have different types, but hey, the weak spot is blessed object, because there are rules in the game for a bit of Wicca magic type thing and some like gift from God type magic, just for fun. How does it get around? Leaping, the lunge. Oh, aquatic zombies. How strong is it? And then this one here has a couple of different cool settings. Like here's the regular Walking Dead one, and then it goes over and like it'll specify the kind of zombies you'd expect to see in that. Here's a zombie where it's like a disease, and it's an STD.
Oh, nice.
And so it's got zombies dealing with that.
Go back to the STD. You want to show the camera the picture of the hooker? I assume she was a hooker. That's my fault if she's not. I apologize.
Misogynist. Comet. Kind of like the old, what was it with the trucks came alive? It's Stephen King. Maximum Overdrive.
Yeah.
But like that, but with a comet. Which one is this about?
These
this is like in the Middle Ages.
Really cool graphics. Yeah. Like photos, yeah.
This is the kind of thing I played in. It was an apocalyptic, end of the world type scenario. The main sort of thing is to survive. Now this one here, though, specifically, end of the world, gods come back, and you're the survivors or whatever, so you have to do good deeds. You still, even though it's a zombie apocalypse, you can't turn evil, or you turn into a zombie. So you still have to maintain your virtuous nature to get into heaven at the end of the apocalypse.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Appeasing the gods.
Yeah, let's see here. What was that other good one? That's where you play as a zombie. It's got rules for the party is zombies. Zombies are part of society, kind of like Ugly Americans. But you have your own problems that you have to deal with. But one of the one I ran is everyone got together and we collaborated to each make ourselves. Except for me, I was the game master, so sorry. We had to fudge it a little bit because we kept within the point system of the game. So obviously somebody who's kind of a lump, gamer lump that never did anything with their damn life, they're not going to have a lot of skills or points to really be worth a damn. So we kind of fudged it a little bit.
Okay.
We know that Billy over there couldn't run a mile to save his life, and in an arm wrestling contest there are 3-year-olds that beat him. But we're going to go ahead and give him an average strength just because we don't want him to be a waste.
Stupid Billy.
Yeah, but that was a lot of fun, and we had the map of the town, and we had the military. We lived in Oklahoma and Enid, so we had the military base there. So the premise was that the military base that was there was doing some sort of experiments, and it caused the zombie outbreak mixed with an earthquake. So it was a big earthquake though in Oklahoma, which is pretty uncommon. Actually, we've gotten a lot of earthquakes recently, but it was like big, and so we had. Big magic marker was scribbled on the center of the town because the town was like split in half. There was a big crevasse, and that's when the goo started coming out from the military buried. Blah blah blah. But it was kind of fun to play. Everyone was themselves stat wise that you had to kind of deal with, and it's kind of like a what would you do type thing. Take it to the next level.
All right, I like it. What are we playing?
All Flesh Must Be Eaten. Well, we got to finish Dungeons and Dragons, and after that, it's we can talk about maybe a 1 or 2 game off or something. We'll figure something out. But yeah, I like All Flesh Must Be Eaten. It's a fun game. That's actually the second copy of the book. I don't remember what happened to the first copy. I loaned it to a friend and moved, or they moved or something. But it was worth me buying again. Anyhow, that's it for this episode. We talked about some zombies, sang a song about a rocket, played a game that was $3.50, and it was lots of fun.
I'll probably buy it.
He'll probably buy it. And as always, check me out on everything but MySpace, Instagram, Vine, RedTube, Tube Eggs, Boys Food, I think was a site at one time. Pornhub Junior,
Mindspace. That's the German MySpace.
Mindspace. What's that one site like Craigslist Backdoor?
Oh yeah.
But you can actually advertise as an escort or whatever. But mostly, if you want to get Ashley Madison Part 2, the Revengeing, Ashley Madison for kids, teenage Ashley Madison angst. But mostly, you can find me on Facebook, Twitter, and email. I'm on Instagram now and then, mostly just to upload my videos, clips like the songs that I think are funny. So, email me at james@thejamesshow.com. Send me a Facebook message, The James Show 00. Woo! Woo! Until next time, I'm James, and this is Troy. Troy Like Zombies, and should probably try checking out Defiance if the game even still is up, because the show's off the air, so I'm not even sure it's still up anymore.
I will look for it.
And we'll catch you next time.